It seemed like he focused on me, and Lamont Roach is focused on him. I think I'm gonna go put my bet in on Lamont Roach.
Why you keep bringing up Shakur? Stevenson? Mad fighters out here. I'm fighting Shakur. I'm fighting Lamont. You keep bringing up Shakur.
Yeah. And if you look at Lamont Roach, though, I mean, if you look at his skills, he's not really a pushover. He's a really good fighter. You know, he's a fighter that you can't overlook.
Shakur Stevenson provided a warning to Tank Davis ahead of his fight, with Lamont Roach. Stevenson tweeted stay focused Lamont, ready to tap the chin, suggesting Roach could be a real threat. This adds fuel to the ongoing rivalry between Stevenson and Davis in the boxing world. During a press conference promoting the upcoming fight between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach, tensions rose when a reporter mentioned Shakur Stevenson. Davis, clearly irritated, responded aggressively, emphasizing that his focus was completely on Roach and that queries concerning Stevenson were improper in this setting.
Who would you say is more accomplished in the sport, Lamont Roach or Shakur Stevenson?
Accomplished in the sport? What you a Shakur fan or something?
No, I said Lamont Roach or Shakur Stevenson.
Why you keep bringing up Shakur? Stevenson? Mad fighters out here. I'm fighting Shakur. I'm fighting Lamont. You keep bringing up Shakur. Get out of here. You from New Jersey or something?
No, I'm from here, from DC.
Yeah, what's the problem? That's probably why. I will fuck Shakur up and that nigga.
Shakur Stevenson has addressed the comparisons between himself and Gervonta Davis by underlining the difference of their fighting techniques. He accepts that while both are outstanding athletes, their abilities differ, making each unique in the boxing world.
Tank is the face of boxing, and he get a lot of knockouts that people kind of making it like, if you ain't doing what Tank doing, then they're going to say it's boring. Do you feel like it's because of how his style is that they kind of putting that on you, like wanting you to do that?
People is blessed with different ability. He's blessed with a God-given ability that he crack you 9 times out of 10, you're going to go down. That's his ability.
Yeah.
I'm blessed with God-given eyes. A lot of people don't understand how good my eyes is. I can see really good. Like punches come my way, I know how to get away from them.
Right.
At any given time. Our abilities are just different, so they probably are judging me from a scale of him, but at the end of the day, he's a great fighter. He's a special fighter, but I'm special in my own right too.
In an honest interview, Shakur Stevenson revealed a nuanced view of Gervonta Davis, claiming, "I had respect for his skills, not for his personality. He is a clown." This remark delineates Stevenson's admiration for Davis's boxing prowess, while criticizing his demeanor outside the ring. Such comments intensify the personal rivalry between the two fighters, suggesting that any future encounter would be fueled by both professional competitiveness and personal animosity.
You said that you're putting your money on Lamont Roach, but if Tank gets the victory, is that the obvious fight that's going to be next?
Yeah, it's the two best fighters in boxing. Gervonta Tank Davis is a hell of a fighter. I keep telling y'all he got great skills, but I'm better than him. I'm better than him at hit and don't be hit, and he can't beat me.
Was it a bit frustrating tonight with Padley just not being willing to play ball?
Nah, it ain't frustrating. I mean, that's what he's supposed to do. He was supposed to come in here, give it his all, make sure that he make it to the 12th round. That's what he was trying to do. So I succeeded at my job, and he tried to do his job.
I imagine that Tank was tweeting LOL because it took you so long to get rid of him, but you didn't prepare for him. Did you have any idea how he was going to fight or what his style would be before the first bell rang?
Nah, I actually really ain't watch him that much, but once again, Tank's style, he's a power puncher. He's a guy that's trying to knock you out. I'm a guy that's trying to break you down, pick you apart, win. If the knockout comes, it comes. So two different styles, but I'm better than him at the art of boxing.
And obviously, you and Tank have your disses here and there, but you kind of alluded to it a couple of seconds ago. Is there deep down respect for each other?
I got respect for his game. I don't got respect for the person. I think he's a clown.
Okay, last one.
Turkey got all the money, so put the biggest fight on. I mean, let's negotiate. I think both of us can make a lot of money, and I'm ready to make it happen.
All right, thanks, guys.
Lamont Roach has made a bold statement by challenging all top contenders in the 135 bits division, specifically calling out Shakur Stevenson. Roach's challenge indicates the desire to place himself among the elite in the middleweight category by directly addressing Stevenson. Roach aims to position himself for high-profile bouts that could elevate his standing and provide opportunities to showcase his skills against the division's best.
Who you looking to fight next after this fight? Like, Tank over, win, lose, draw, whatever. Who you want next? Look, if y'all don't know, even after I beat Tank, I'm gonna go back down to 130 and handle some smoke that I got down there at 130. All the champions, I got smoke with all the champions. I wanted to unify at least one belt at 130.
Okay.
So whoever the champion is, whoever the champions are, hopefully I can just line them up and then take them out. It's good fights. The champions are Lomachenko, Shakur, and another guy from Ukraine, Denis Baranchik or something like that.
Okay. I feel like you and Shakur is a really. I think people in the comments are actually wanting that fight, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that'd be a good fight.
Yeah, it'd be a great fight.
Yeah, they could fight. Shakur can boogie for sure.
Lamont Roach has confidently described himself as the total package, asserting that he holds a comprehensive skill set necessary for success in the ring. Additionally, Roach speculated who Gervonta Davis occasionally harbors self-doubt, a psychological edge he believes could be advantageous in their upcoming fight.
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm assured.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind when you hear him say that?
I ain't worried about it.
Jordan Roach, brother of Lamont Roach, has voiced unshakable faith in Lamont's potential to fight Gervonta Davis, drawing from direct experience witnessing his brother's passion and performance in training. Jordan believes that Lamont possesses the Neri traits to overcome Davis.
So, speaking of Big Bro, man, he's got a big fight coming up March 1st, man. Barclays Center, Brooklyn. I will be in the house against Tank Davis, man. How excited are you for that fight?
I'm excited to, be brothers with the new face of boxing. So I'm very excited.
So obviously you see little Big Bro coming out with the upset. A lot of people are going to pick Tank going into that fight, but how do you see that playing out?
I see my brother walking out victorious. There's no doubt. Not because it's my brother, but because I've seen him in the gym.
Forecasting the outcome of the Davis against Roach bout, some observers say that Gervonta Tank Davis will secure a knockout victory in the 7th round, followed by his iconic backflip celebration. This prognosis corresponds with Davis's documented habit of mid-fight stoppages and flashy post-bout displays, confirming his reputation for combining athletic excellence with showmanship.
Yeah, man, I mean, it's going to go. Tank going to be losing the first 3 rounds. Then he's going to download the data. Then he going to knock this dude out in round 7 or 8. Then he going to do the backflip. Then Jim Gray's going to get in the ring, or Caleb Plant's wife, and say, who do you want next? And Tank's going to say, I want all those guys. And they're going to go to the press conference, and Elliot Setback's going to say, who do you want next? He say, I want all the guys. This is a pretty much Tank script.
Teofimo Lopes has thrown in on the issue, declaring that Tank Davis would overcome Lamont Roach. He believes Tank's power and skill level will be too much for Roach to handle.
So you think you dominate Tank?
I think I dominate any of them. If you really look at it, if you gotta really tap in on this, look at the resume, all that extra, whatever. There's a certain limit that you hit, right? But then there's that next criteria or that next top tier. And if you don't match that, you never gonna know how great you really are. And I've done that a few amount of times already. I jumped out that box and done that. So I have yet to see Gervonta come out of that box yet. You know what I'm saying? They're about to put him with a guy at 130 pounds. Whether he's a champion or not, you're getting a guy lighter than you to come up and weight to make you look good again. You know what I'm saying?
Despite Lamont Roach's impressive skills and accomplishments, a lack of widespread public recognition has led some to underestimate his potential against high-profile competitors like Gervonta Davis. This overestimation may stem from limited media exposure or fewer marquee fights, resulting in a perception that doesn't fully acknowledge Roach's capabilities.
To be in that position as the 1-2 in boxing, number 1, number 2, I should say, he's in the position where as though he can call the shots. Yeah. And if you look at Lamont Roach, though, I mean, if you look at his skills, he's not really a pushover. He's a really good fighter. He's a fighter that you can't overlook. He has great skills.
Shakur Stevenson has voiced a great desire to fight Davis, noting respect for Davis' skills and saying that their battle may be historic. Stevenson's goal demonstrates his trust in his own ability and his idea that a battle with Davis will not only test his prowess, but also captivate the boxing world perhaps becoming one of the most significant matches in recent history.
If there's a gun to your head, when are we gonna see the Shakur Tanks, the Shakur Devin, the Devin Tanks?
There's only one fight that is really
the one.
That, like, if we were like gonna be for real about it, like,
keep it on. What's
like,
the fight?
My opinion, because we talking about like skill and like boxing, like all around boxing, right?
Yeah.
Because we ain't talking about somebody that just got a good jab or what.
Yeah.
We talking about like all around.
Can do everything.
Yeah, boxing.
Yeah.
Me and Tank the biggest fight.
That's the one.
It's the biggest fight in the world.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be the biggest boxing fight in the world when it happens.
Y'all, what you think? Like 147, 140?
Nah, hell no.
You think
135?
35, 40, I don't know. I could see it happening not too far in the future.
Really?
Yeah. I think Tank will sign that contract.
Dang.
And I'm going to sign a contract too, so it's like,
you gonna get it on.
Yeah.
The potential clash between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis is being heralded as a grand event in the lightweight division. Both fighters possessing undefeated records and different styles bring a combination of technical skill and KO power that promises an electrifying contest. Such a bout would not only unify titles, but also solidify the winner's legacy in boxing history.
Fuck no. I ain't never been knocked down a day in my life. I ain't never really been like hurt in no fight. Like far as, cause people took when I said this wrong. Like I got hit with a body shot before that I felt. They could like if you want to call that hurt. But I'm talking about like somebody hit you in the chin with like people say you chinny and all that kind of stuff. You ain't got no chin. I never like felt nothing, no chin shot where I was buzzed or hurt or nothing like that in no fight that I had. So, and sparring, fight, anything. So nah.
Boxing analyst Showbiz the Adult shared his thoughts on the upcoming fights, stating that Tank Davis should have no problem defeating Lamont Roach. However, he recognized that if a Tank were to face Shakur Stevenson, it would be a much tougher challenge. He emphasized that Shakur's technical skills could give Tank serious problems in the ring.
I think it's unfortunate that we rush to judgment. Case in point, Ortiz Madrimov. There's people who think Madrimov is going to destroy Ortiz. Nobody can name any of his other fights. It's only because he put on a good performance against Terrence Crawford. We'll name his best. We rush to judgment, throw away everything Ortiz did, his tooth and nail fight with Boachuk, and we rush to Madrimov being this being hunted. Wait a minute. Let's see. The jury is still out. Let's see him against Ortiz. Let's see. So Shakur has the worst performance ever from a high-level fighter against De Los Santos. All of a sudden, he's a boring fighter. Him against Artem, he didn't knock him out, but it was a good performance. It's just that they're rushed to judgment. He's already tagged as a boring fighter. And I'm going to make the case that he was hurt. He was fighting with one hand. And it's not an excuse. It's a reason.
Several analysts and fans recognize that Shakur Stevenson is one of the most accomplished technical fighters in the lightweight division.
Facts are cap. Shakur Stevenson can't beat Gervonta Davis.
Honestly, I think that's facts. We seen Tank last fight. We seen how much he got hit by Frank Martin. We also seen fake struggle with Pitbull. So I think when you get a technical fighter like Shakur Stevenson, he gonna break him down, and I don't think he gonna wait for that knockout to come like all his other fights.
Man, that's cap. I should just sit here and be quiet. I'll probably still win. People try to say he's not a boxer's boxer, but Tank is a real technician, and we all know he's second to none when it comes to power. They always just say people could take a punch, but it's a difference between a punch and a Tank punch. Shakur gonna have to just show me.
While some believe he has the capacity to outbox Tank Davis, others contend that he lacks the knockout strength needed to damage Tank. If the battle happens, it may come down to whether Shakur's precision and ring IQ can overcome Tank's force and aggression.
I can't imagine a way Shakur can beat Tank. I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm saying with these eyes, I can't see it. Here's my thing. The one thing Shakur has, he's not. Shakur has slickness, but he's not slick. The best way to explain this is Devin Haney. Devin Haney isn't slick. He's athletic, but he's not slick. Who's slick is Tank. Tank was in there swimming without getting wet and countering. He's actually the slick fighter. Shakur is elusive, but not slick. And here's the thing. He also doesn't hit hard enough to hurt Tank. And he won't open up enough because he will be intimidated by Tank. Tank will knock him out. If that fight made, I'll put 10,000 on Tank for the knockout.
There has been growing concern that Gervonta Davis avoids fights against high-level technical opponents, Like Shakur Stevenson, detractors claim that Tank favors matchups where he can unleash his knockout power rather than facing competitors who may potentially outbox him. This has led to suspicions that he is dodging Shakur and other elite contenders in the division.
Do you think Tank be ducking fights?
Nah, I don't think so.
Don't let him get you in, like.
Nah, like real shit. I
That's
just
the
don't
question.
think so.
I be hearing stuff like this.
It's a lot of like men in this sport that, you know what I'm saying, they get in there. So I wouldn't necessarily deem a lot of men scared of another man. But because there's a lot of shit come with it. It's like you gotta think the business. Sometimes the business don't line up. Sometimes people do price themselves out of fights. Like, ask for a crazy number. You know they're not gonna give it to you. And you're like, oh well, we tried to make the fight, but they didn't give us.
They will give us some money.
Come on, bro. You're not that. You're not gonna get that money. So you're not gonna get that money nowhere. So why you ask me for it? And stuff like that. But I don't necessarily think he ducking. I think if the cards lined up right, I think that he'll be able to fight the people that he want to fight.
Well, when you beat him, who would you want to fight next?
That's a good question. I want to be able to defend both titles because I'm the champion at 130. So I want to be able to defend at 35 and 30. So whatever is more appealing and what I want to do. So maybe I fight a champion at 35 if it's available. But I got smoked with somebody at 130 or a couple people at 130. I want to be undisputed at 130.
Okay.
So I want to win those belts. But I still want to fight at 35, and obviously the bigger names are at 35. I want to fight.
Thank you and all viewers wasting this video.